So last year, after the Nuggets were eliminated from the playoffs in a Game 7, Jamal Murray went to Coach Michael Malone and complained. He didn't like that Malone kept talking about how, quote, inconsistent he was. He didn't like it, Jamal said, because he knew it was true. Now, fast forward to this postseason. The Nuggets have won not just one, but 2 Game 7s, part of a run of 6 straight elimination wins. And Murray, well, I guess you could say he's still a little bit inconsistent, because on some nights he's merely an absolute star, and on other nights he's an actual supernova. Last night, yep, we got the exploding flames of basketball version, exactly when the Nuggets needed him most. Denver had led Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals by as many as 20 points. But the Lakers had come roaring back in the fourth quarter, violently closing the gap with 5 steals in 2 minutes, part of a 22-6 run. LA was looming. Denver needed something spectacular, and they got it from Murray. First with this little dance with Alex Caruso. Ooh, that is beautiful. Then again with Caruso on him, a savvy back and forth with Paul Millsaps. Money. And then the moonshot at the end of the game. This time it was 6'10" Anthony Davis who switched on to Murray, who in turn gave himself some space and then launched. Please note how wide the camera shot is there, and yet the ball still leaves the top of your screen before plummeting back to earth.
They didn't even follow through.
We had a little shuffle shake for Murray there. Not quite the Sam Cassell dance, but honestly, if Jamal had done that, it would have been appropriate. Take a look at how big Murray has come up this postseason when the pressure is on. He is shooting 73% from 3 in clutch time, which is when the score is within 5 in the game's final minutes. No one has ever done that before, not even three-point maestro Steph Curry, and it's that, well, consistency that has put the Nuggets back in the thick of this series. Of course, Murray, not the only standout last night. Nikola Jokic, man, continues to be the smoothest center in the game. Jeremy Grant had his best ever playoff outing, scoring 26. And Paul Millsaps, he was once again extremely strong on AD, who in this series is shooting just 25% when Millsaps is his primary defender, compared to the 65% AD is shooting when he's checked by anyone else. Millsaps also held LeBron scoreless when defending him, which is significant when you consider that coming into this night, Millsaps had lost to LeBron in, let's count them, 1, 2, 3, 4.
This is mean.
5.
This is mean.
6.
Oh.
7.
It's not mean.
8.
The truth is not mean.
9.
The truth is not mean.
10 straight playoff games.
Not in professional sports.
I mean, that's just demoralizing. It's beyond even a Michael Jordan, Patrick Ewing level of dominance. But with this Nuggets victory, Millsaps finally broke the streak. Of course, now the question is, can he and Denver add another W to the ledger? The Lakers aren't going to back down quietly here and have plenty left in their arsenal. For example, AD didn't grab a single rebound last night until the final 5 minutes of the game. I wouldn't expect that to happen again. Still, here is what else I know. This year, it's not last year. This year, whatever happens, Murray is going to be a factor, a big, bright, shining star. And he's going to do it consistently. So, Chauncey, who do you think is a bigger problem for the Lakers right now? Nikola Jokic or the supernova Jamal Murray?
Yeah, that's a tough one, Rach. It really is. I mean, I expect Jokic to go get a triple-double. But to me, the biggest problem is Jamal Murray. And here's why. He's so explosive. He's so explosive. I mean, he can go out there and get you 50 on back-to-back nights if need be. Joker can get you a 30-point triple-double, impact the offensive end in a major way. But this dude right here is must-see TV. He's on fire. He found something out last night with everybody guarding him, and he's in a rhythm. But he's just so explosive. I think he is the issue for the Lakers right now.
To me, they're inextricably linked, right? They're a two-man game. They amplify each other. They work so well together. And anytime, you guys know this, anytime you have a pick-and-roll partnership where both guys can score from anywhere on the floor, there's no one answer to that. There's no single coverage for that. Jokic, though, is the more unique player. A big guy who can shoot threes and post up like an old-school big guy. You just don't see that anymore, let alone the passing skills. So in general, he's the bigger problem, but they're just so inextricably tied together, it hurts to separate them.
Yeah, no, I agree with Zach. There is no way to separate them. Even if you look at
who the Lakers played in the prior series. You could double team James Harden and not really have to worry about, Russell Westbrook beating you from three. You can double team Dame Lillard and force other guys to beat you. If you double team Jamal Murray, then you're pretty much putting the ball in the hands of the best passing big man that we've ever seen, a guy that can knock down threes, he can make layups, he can shoot floaters, big or small. So it's really the problem, and that's what it is. If you take away one, you're actually taking away the advantage of the other player also. So you got to pair them up, and that's why they're in the Western Conference Finals and why they're so special.
So question to y'all, too. The first two games, Jamal wasn't explosive. He didn't go crazy, did he? They lost both games. Joker did work. He had 30 points. He had a triple. He did his thing. Jamal Murray went crazy, and they won the game.
Yeah, but Chauncey, this is the only problem with your argument, and it's not that much of a problem, is that a lot of players, if they go crazy, their team is going to win the game, right? And even if you look at what Anthony Davis did in game 2, they're one shot away from being up 2-1 in this series. And so, I agree with you. Like, Jokic is the beacon of consistency. He is the reason why his team every day has a chance. And Jamal Murray is often the reason why they get over the top against some of these great teams.
But I was so interested that his great performance last night, it doesn't have to be a 50-point outing, right? It was the numbers he put up all across the stat category and the timeliness. That 73% from three in clutch time, it's just, it's insane. And it's actually only part of it, that playmaking that he has added to his game, again, in the clutch when his team absolutely needs him, the timing, the leadership that he's shown. He is just a different kid from who I saw in the playoffs last year. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.